Hey, it's Dave from Bullpen Cycles, and we're still in the Great White North. We're here to take another look at the Kove 450 Rally. But first, say hello to my little friend. This is Bruno. Hi, Bruno. Bruno's our new shop rescue dog, and shh, we can't talk about Bruno, but we'll do that on the next clip. We'll make an exception. In the meantime, let's get on to the Kove 450 Rally. I bought a Kove 450 Rally, and you saw the video of me unboxing it. It's for inventory. I'm not sure where it's gonna go, if a customer's gonna buy it, if I'm gonna title it in my own name and ride it, if it's gonna go out of state, stay in Florida. So I'm not ready to put gas in it and light it up and have it sit until its future is decided. But we want to know what to do with them, how we can modify them for a regular guy. So I came here to see my friend David, who's done a lot of the legwork, and let's find out. But first, I want to talk about the Paris Dakar. You've been following it?
To a degree, yeah. Then as soon as Mason went out, I kind of...
Oh, well, okay, so we're going to try piecing it together. We were watching Bare Bones MC and Cycle News.
Right.
And it's still a little harder to follow because they do the whole race. Right. But as I understand it, there were five Koves.
That's right.
2 were the new ones.
2 EXs, which was Mason Klein's and was
Sunir's, okay.
He had it.
And that's the new proprietary motor from Kove.
Right.
And so the factory team ran the old ones.
The Gen 1, as they call it.
The Gen 1,
right,
which is what you and I have, but we don't have the Pro version.
Pro
we have the standard version.
That's correct.
Now, do I understand this right? All 3 of the Gen 1s finished.
To my knowledge, yes, all 3 of them did. And again, I'm trying to remember, there was some kind of an issue with, who was that? The French rider. I'll have to think of his name.
See, it is French. It's Kove, not Cove. It's French. But
Kove, well, you know what? Dove or Dove? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's just repeating what people say. Just have to see, I can't think of his name now. But anyway, there was also an Italian rider who was privateer, and he was in the Mali class, and he finished, and and he was on a Gen 1 also.
Gen 1 also. I didn't know about him. So now there's a Rally 2 and the Rally. There's 2 different bike classes.
Well, there's 3 classes.
3.
There was a GP class, which is the premier class, if you would. That's where all the factory teams and so forth are. Then there's the middle class. I forget, because there wasn't anybody in there that I was really looking at. And then of course the Mali class, which is the 3rd class that we just spoke of. So, and that's like the privateers, and it's not the goal.
Yeah, I haven't figured it out because Sherco won the Rally 2 class.
That would have been right, exactly.
Which is good for them. Yeah. So in the Pro class, it was Honda and Hero.
Right, and well, Ricky Braybeck won, as I understand, on the Honda.
On the Honda.
Right.
And the 3rd place was also a Honda.
I think you're right, yes.
So
yeah, again,
the big orange got blocked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, Hondas were killing it when you had all of the Honda guys in there. I forget again some of the Argentinian racers, whatever, they're Chilean, they're all those guys. So again, followed it when I could, but again, as soon as Mason was done, it was like, oh man, it was kind of like
that was exciting.
Deflation. It was exciting to watch.
The other thing that I was surprised is there's a lot of manufacturers that don't run it. There's no BMW.
No.
There's no Yamaha. They limit the class size to 450 cc's.
Right.
I mean, I'd like to see the big bikes. I'd like to see Harley Pan Americans run through and see how they compete against BMW.
No, I agree.
And where's Yamaha? They used to win with the XT500 and they're gone.
Right. Right, I agree. And then, well, BMW hasn't made a 450 since 2010 when they made the G450X, which was a great platform.
Another company uses that platform.
Well, Husqvarna did. Husqvarna.
No, but there's another manufacturer. Is it an Indian bike? I have to look it up. I was just reading about it.
It was a Kimco engine, and Husky picked it up, and when they made
I think it's the Hero.
Boy,
I think it's the Hero. It's derived from that. I believe so.
It could be.
Because I thought it was electric, but it's not.
No.
I think it's that.
Might be.
We'll have to check. Well, anyway,
we're going to go down this way here.
I wanted to figure that out and back onto the Kove. Now, Dave bought the Kove before I bought mine, and he put me on it.
Yeah.
And our bikes, we bought. They weren't donated to us by Kove. In fact, we don't know it. We didn't know if they were any good. We're just two regular guys. I think he's a better rider than me. We are in some kind of crazy granite shop.
Yes, it is. Marble and granite all over the place. You can see all kinds of stuff going on here.
What's the name of this place?
This is Lesher Marble and Granite. We're in Middletown, PA. It's a good friend of mine. He lets me store bikes here and do things. And today's, taking advantage of the cold weather, so that's why we're indoors in here.
Okay, cool.
But, a lot of really cool, expensive machinery, all imported from Italy because they're the leaders in granite manufacturing. Another relative stores a bike here. So
but we got a PD over there.
Yeah, I got a PD. It's got the GS Rally of 2018, and then this is a 2016, I think. It's S1000 XR, which was actually owned by Teach McNeil, factory BMW stunt rider. I got this off of him, and he did some really crazy videos and stuff with this. Pretty decked out. It has a 1000 RR map and stuff like that, so really fast. So
well, they're getting dusty.
yeah, well, that's what happened to granite shop.
Yeah. Here we are.
Yeah.
Look at that. Hey, I can tell one thing already. I can probably sit on that.
Well, that's
we'll get there, but yeah.
Let me roll it backwards here. Kind of see it on both sides.
We both got the same color.
Yeah, we did. I think this. Well, they come in two colors. They come in the red, or they come in teal. There's a third color out now.
That's coming out.
Red and gray.
Yeah.
If you go to CoveMotorUSA.com, they now have the the newest version, if you would, color scheme wise. It's pretty cool. I actually did reach out to Upshift Online, which is a great company here, they're local United States company, if you would, and talk to them, and they're going to look at, they make graphics kits and stuff as well, and they're going to look at see if it's worth investing into the color to do it. So
did you add these?
I did. Those are one of the things that I added. You take the bolt out and you put that in. It's kind of a slider. Kind of helps.
I don't remember. Is the hole already there?
Yeah. Hole's there. You just pull the bolt out, put a longer bolt in, and you put the neoprene style slider in it. So, kind of helps. So
now you nicked your bark buster. Did you transfer them for another bike?
This is from another bike.
I was trying to see how much use it got.
One of my betas. No, I only have about 50 miles on the bike right now, and but I've just been doing things with the temperature here and the cold weather and the ice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bust my butt on
what kind of 50 miles? Highway, just gravel?
Highway, a little bit of gravel. I didn't do much. Just kind of some gravel, some highway. It's been really good, but just kind of from the front, all that I did was so far is I changed the bars. And if there was one thing,
look at that.
Yeah. But if there's one thing on this bike that makes me question, because one thing I'll say, I've owned just about everything there is to own in a small dual sport category and so forth, and the build quality of this bike is excellent. It just is. The bars, they were really thin aluminum bars, and doesn't mean that they're cheap. It's just they might have just been lighter weight, but the holes were incredibly big, so they were thin walled. So I went with these because I had the bars. I put the bark busters on it, and I use these. These are from the Highway dirt bike bars. I use this setup, and then and I put on from the AliExpress stuff, which is virtually all that I could figure. It's a copy of a Scott's, obviously, and
he's talking about the steering damper
and this mount, because it's hard to find a mount, even though GPX or USA not Motor Toys,
USA Motor Toys,
those guys,
GPX Moto.
Kove, the
pretty
importer,
much the same thing.
They have this mount, just the mount. Now, if you want to put a Scots, I actually have a Scots, but it was cheap. It was like $118 for the whole setup, so I stuck it on there, and you'll see how if it holds up. This I don't know. We'll find out. So, and of course, I put on mirror, to keep it from breaking, that kind of thing. And then I did order a low seat because I wanted to try it. There's not a lot of foam to cut down here, but when you do cut it down,
this is the stock seat.
Stock seat.
So you ordered a low seat.
I ordered a low seat,
and that's from AliExpress.
I did, and that was.
Oh, I didn't get one yet while it was on sale. I forgot. Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah, but well, right now, Guts Racing offers a seat cover you can buy for this.
What racing?
Guts Racing.
Guts.
Yeah,
G-U-T-Z.
G-U-T-S.com. GutsRacing.com. I have all their stuff on my betas and stuff.
Okay.
Love their seat, love their foam. And I'm waiting. They're producing a low foam or a foam.
A foam, and then you can just recover it.
Recover it and do it yourself. They already have the cover. Now we're waiting on that foam.
Okay,
so
and then you just use your seat back.
Right. The seat, it's pretty cool. I'll show you that. The foot pegs are stock. Everything else really is stock, with the exception when we get to the other side. I'll show you.
Are you still running the stock sprocket?
I lied. You're right. I didn't. I took that off, and everybody says to go with a 51
tooth sprocket or 52 tooth sprocket.
This is a 51, and it's pretty far forward, not horrible. I could still go a little more, but you don't have to do anything with
You
the
didn't
chain.
have to lengthen the chain.
No.
You just moved it forward some.
That's it.
Now, does this sprocket, is it a KTM sprocket?
It's actually a KTM sprocket. It is.
And do you know what model?
Just regular KTM, although late model. Just went down to my dealer, and he had the stuff hanging on the wall.
So I'm guessing that's a part number.
Yeah, it is.
Is that a KTM part number? So
no,
it's not.
This is not. This is an aftermarket.
Is it a Sun, or do you know?
What's that? I don't know whatever this is right here.
I don't know. JTR. That's who it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 51 tooth toe. Yep.
JTR 897-51SC.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And down here is your lowering kit.
Right.
And that's Soupy Performance.
Right.
I got one from Soupy. I forget how much they are. Was it 2 1/4? I told you. 210.
I think it was 210.
And you got about 2 inches off of that.
I got 2 inches is where it's at right now, and the side stand is still working pretty good.
Looks like you could get more.
Oh, I could. I had it down to 3.5.
But
then now you're getting into. I don't want it that low.
Right.
And the only thing I'm planning on doing, for me, is once I get the low seat here and so forth, then I'm going to go back to just 1 inch. And not the 2 inches.
So you get your some of your ground clearance back.
Yeah, exactly. They make this thing in 4 models now. Well, the EX, which is
the proprietary motor.
Right.
Then the high, which is the standard one.
Right.
The low.
Yeah.
Which is they cut down the spring, so you lose 2 inches of travel.
Which I didn't want to do.
So this gives you. It retains the 12 inches of travel, but allows you to lower it.
Right.
What's the 4th model? That's
they actually now make a 50 state street legal version.
Which I don't know how much different it is.
It's different in that allegedly everything that I'm reading is 39 to 42 horsepower, which this stock is 51 and the Pro is 54.
So it's governed or plugged or mapped a little bit different.
It's going to be mapped differently, right?
All right. So, now, and the one thing when I asked Soupy Performance is they don't make an adjustable side stand.
Not yet. Not yet.
I offered to send him mine, but he didn't say any. He didn't bite.
Now, well, you know what? It's one of them production things. If it really comes to the point where these things become more and more popular, more and more of a demand, then when I'm the one who actually originally approached you.
Yeah, you got him to make the.
Would you do this? And they did.
Lowering kit, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it'd be nice then you could play with the full range.
Exactly. So it is for that. And then so by the way, you had mentioned too, we talked a little bit about the yellowing and so forth. Remember?
Yeah, because yours,
you can see remnants of it.
Yours is relatively all white. When mine came through with,
I just cleaned it up a little bit, and you can still see a little bit of it in there. But
takes some more cleaning.
Just washed it and that kind of stuff, and just.
And he got rid of that stupid touch the dream. Oh.
Yeah, I'm good with that. So then if you come to this side here, so there's a couple of things that we did. First off, there's another website you'd be surprised what you find, especially even the British. They're really heavy into this stuff. The bike is really popular in Italy, in England as well so far, and it's really being imported everywhere, even in South America and so forth. But so this is the pipe that my son made. We did this, which eliminates the cat.
He made the pipe.
He made this, yes, the header pipe.
I see. That's the welds there.
Yeah, this is what he welded. Yeah.
So you took it off from here,
right?
And he put a section in there.
Yeah, we made that, and this is something I had laying around from a BMW, so I thought I'd try it. I have the original exhaust over here.
Okay, so he only rides that on the dirt. When he rides on the street, we put the stock exhaust back on.
Sure I do. Right.
And we know it's competition. We don't need the sticker to remind us.
No, I don't need a sticker. Well, the Pro has that little light back here. Which is kind of weird. Yeah, it's got doesn't have the turn signals. The Pro doesn't.
Okay.
And it's got some kind of a light perched up here, and it doesn't have all this affair back in here.
Oh, I didn't know that. Does the Pro come with a brake light? And
It does.
Okay.
No turn signals. I don't know if the wiring is there or not. I don't know.
Okay.
But the Pro, I don't know.
So this is actually the one to get.
I think so.
And you just turn it into a Pro by putting in the titanium exhaust if you want, and maybe mapping it. I don't know.
It's coming.
It's coming too.
I ordered the Pro titanium exhaust system. I had already bought. Here, I'll show you here. Wait, I already bought the. This is the Pro ECU.
Oh yeah, you put the Pro. There's a lot you did to this. You keep forgetting as I go through it. There's more and more stuff.
Yeah. So, but the Pro ECU and the open exhaust allegedly gives you the full 54 horsepower. It's not even that as much as it just runs better. You can tell that the bike is choked up, you know, new, like most motorcycles, to try to meet EPA and so forth, which is fine. That's what they do. So, I just wanted the horsepower.
The only other thing that some people are doing is they call it an advanced key on the flywheel.
They're doing that, yes.
Which looks, I think it's just a staggered.
What it does, it's on the website.
It's just a little staggered key.
What it allows you to do is it advances the timing. It's kind of, it's like if the key is 1 inch wide, it's like a 3/4 of an inch wide one, and it just allows you to rotate the flywheel slightly forward, advance the timing, and it seems to.
I wonder if anyone's going to shear a key, because it's got to make it kind of like an L shape or something.
It is L shaped, but no, remember the key doesn't hold the flywheel in place. It's the torque and the conical shape.
Yeah.
Of the crank.
Okay. So it would shear if you didn't torque it right.
If you didn't torque it right, that you could do.
Okay.
So air cleaner is here. And then this is the factory one.
Yeah, and you oiled it because they don't come pre-oiled.
No, they don't. And the other thing that I did over here is here's the original exhaust, by the way. Just on a side note, you can see the catalytic converter in there, and you can feel the weight of this thing. It's pretty heavy. So the 146.
I felt worse, but yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll grab this. Feel that. This is the stock pipe. Which
I didn't mean
open.
to throw that.
Oh no,
okay, can you turn it around?
I can, sure.
So I want to see something. Does it say? It does not say forestry approved.
Nope.
And it doesn't have a screen in it.
Nope. But if you look.
Okay, you could probably put an end cap in it.
It's not straight through.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. So, but you feel the weight of that, and it's substantially heavy. So this is pretty high up the bike. So by removing this and
you're lowering it a little bit.
Well, you're lowering the weight.
Trying to keep the sun to our back.
Sure. Okay. Here's some things that I got.
What the heck is that Spider air cleaner?
Well, that's
oh, look at that.
Yeah, this is a really really cool air cleaner. Also, Twin Air makes
KTM Rally. So
yeah, for a 450 Rally, it's the same air cleaner.
It's the same air cleaner setup.
Yep, it is.
So the does that mean
Funnel Web? This is by Funnel Web, and I actually got that from Australia, though. They're now carrying it out there at GPX at Kove Moto. They now have it in stock. Here's the original link. You can see the shape of it, kind of a thing. And I know they've been talking about making a change to I think the Pro or even the EX, this is actually a 12mm bolt, and this is a 10. And now I heard Mason say that they were actually going to a 12 front and rear as opposed to a 10 and 12 diameter size. Trying to think. Oh, and this is something that I bought. Well, these are the filters which you can get, which they now have at Kove as well, and so forth. But the HF 691 is the filter for the bike. And this little petcock here, which I got made in Italy. See, yes, I do get everything in Italy. And this is actually a petcock that I plan on putting between the rear tank and the front, so I can actually, I'll show you here.
Because it's just got a quick disconnect.
Yes, it does.
And I think it's over here somewhere.
It is. And I never even hooked it up yet. I've only been running off the front tanks because I like the idea of a la KTM, the 790 and so forth. You know, running the front tanks with the fuel down way low. I would use this, and this is to go in here.
Are you going to remove the quick disconnect?
Yes, and place this in its place. Yes.
Okay.
So I can.
You can just turn it off.
I can turn it off.
It's going to drip a little, but who cares? Yeah.
No,
okay.
it ain't gonna drip. You know,
it'll drip out this side.
Well, turned off, it's not going to drip.
Well, when you take the hose apart, unless you run it empty.
No. Just, you lay it on its side. So
okay, that's right.
I got you. So no,
it's a dirt bike. You can lay it on its side.
Absolutely. So
I don't do that with my old vintage bikes.
No, me neither. So,
oh, and so you didn't do the vented cap thing that everybody complained.
Well,
oh wait, you sort of did.
I did. I took the stuff off on the left side, pulled the tank off, and I pulled all the vent capping off. The only thing I didn't do, which they're recommending to do, and that's on the list of things to do, it seems to affect how the fuel gauge reads. Is
you're supposed to punch a hole in there so it doesn't build up pressure.
Literally, the vent cap, all the betas, we remove them because it'll vapor lock on the betas. So it's not the only bike that ever had that happen to it. So, and then so your fuel. This is the rear fuel tank. There are different racks of stuff that they offer. And that AliExpress, when you look at it, there's an AliExpress.us, and it's virtually, from what I can gather, it's an Amazon, if you would, just a European or Asian Amazon, and you can get just about everything under the sun on there.
I saw the luggage rack things in aluminum or whatever,
which they also carry here.
Yeah,
you know, but is what it is. I have right now what I have coming is the low seat, and then I have I actually bought a set of their levers. They had some pro levers I wanted to get from them. I just tried it. And there was a third thing, but it eluded me. I can't remember what the heck I ordered. Oh, here too, you can see what Subi recommends is 25% of raising the forks in the trees to what you did in the rear. So in this particular case, I did 2 inches in the rear, so 25% is up a ½ inch, and that's to help with stabilization.
Yeah,
stuff.
okay.
So for now, and again, I plan on changing that once I get my low seat in place. So. Of course, the bike has 2 fans, and nobody can tell me yet. I haven't figured it out. The fans are different sizes. Don't know why. The left side is smaller than the right side fan. Just curious. And then.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it is different. Don't know why. So.
Then you were going to say and you moved down.
Oh well. This space here, guys were cutting this out because they say it gets in the way. Sometimes they're shifting, whatever. But this is actually extended because the Pro model has a water bottle that you put in here for like emergency water and so forth. It actually carries that. And when you go to this UncleWang.net, which is kind of funny, but it's a real website. That's where I got the Pro ECU. That's where I got the Pro titanium exhaust. UncleWang.net. Yeah. It's kind of funny, but it's true. There's a seat release right there, but reminds me of the 701. Got a same system, but yeah, the bike with this ECU completely changes because when it idles before it would hunt. It literally like fluctuate a couple hundred RPM.
So it's a little bit lean searching.
It was So now, way different.
Was that before or after you removed the catalytic?
That was before.
So it was lean even before, so you needed that when you dropped the catalytic.
Yeah, absolutely. So it made a world, again, the throttle response is so much better. And that's what that key does too. You can leave the exhaust on it, whatever, according to those guys out at GPX. That's what they say to do. it helps the throttle response. And if there's multiple YouTube videos on that out there regarding the
so
key thing.
now you know why I didn't customize my new one yet. You as customers or new owners, you're gonna build these to your liking, and boy, there's a lot you can do. I bet you didn't know that. I didn't. Yeah. So there's two things we got to do.
Yeah.
We got to fire it up.
Oh, sure.
And I got to try to sit on it.
Oh, sure, you can. Absolutely.
That'll look real funny at my age. Let's hear this with this straight through exhaust. You gotta flip it.
Then also on the same Uncle Wang's website, I love saying that name, it's just crazy. It's like a Chinese place down the street or something where you get food. But anyway, they have a really nice full aluminum skid plate. Guys were worried about how this being thin and won't bounce off of rocks, and because up here, what we ride here, it's so much different than what those guys have out there. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, those are like, you know, sand boulevards out there. Here, a lot more technical, a lot more rocks, and just a lot crazier.
Yeah, where I am, I just have sand.
Yeah, well, they're there
yeah.
too. So, but I'm going to go with an aluminum skid plate. I'm going to try it, see how nice it is, and look to give it a shot, you know, just to see. No, I tell you, overall, I'm thrilled. This bike, even with this sprocket now, I'll go down the highway at 75, 80 miles an hour, and it's fine. I mean, you just, it's like the 6th gear is almost like an overdrive. I don't have the specs, I don't know what they are, but it just, there's a pretty big difference between the first 5 gears and then the 6th gear, which to me is really nice because that's what makes the bike rideable. I plan on doing a PA BDRX on this thing, the Northeast BDR. This is going to be that kind of a great lightweight adventure bike.
If I title mine in Florida, I'm going to do next year's Cross Florida in it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Way to do it.
I think because we go from a 61 Grump to a 2023 Kove.
Here's my, see, they titled it because...
they titled it in Pennsylvania.
They titled in Pennsylvania, and because Kove was not in the PA system...
But USA Motor Toys is.
So they put USA Motor Toys with the promise that at one point I'll get notified when Kove is in the system and they'll reissue me a new title with Kove on it.
And I know that they are titling them in Florida under USAM.
Okay. Okay.
But because we don't have franchise dealers, it might be a little bit of a thing. I know that Georgia and Texas are taking them, so you can get them tagged. We just have to go through the routine in Florida. I'm going to see how coordinated I am.
Sure, go ahead.
I promise I won't drop it.
I don't think you will.
It's not horrible. It's still pretty tall. I don't know how you do it. I always tend to lean the bike towards you.
Well, not a bad idea.
It's pretty tall yet for me.
But it's a whole lot better than it was. See, if I had a lower seat, you'd be right there.
Yeah, I like to at least touch both feet, tippy toes.
Sure.
I can. I have to switch left and
right. Oh, do you? Okay.
And I'm okay doing that left turn, but the right turn is a little slow. I want to see you get on it.
Yeah.
I have a 30-inch inch.
No, I've less than you do.
Yeah, well, you're more skilled, so.
No, I don't know about that, but I mean.
So that's close. I can't quite get both tippy toes down. Well, how come it sits lower for you?
Probably heavier than you are, you know, to be quite honest.
You think? I doubt it. We don't have to admit that.
No, it's okay, but yeah.
So where do you have the suspension adjusted at?
This is, I have 1/2 inch in the front, up to the tubes in the trees, and then I have 2 inches on the rear right now.
Yeah, but I mean...
Oh, no, it's stock. I didn't touch it because I hadn't...
So you can soften it up because it comes from the factory pretty stiff. So you could lose. I could probably lose that little bit by softening it up.
Yeah, and softening it up is relative. I mean, you know, a couple other people, not my quotes, say, you know, people complain that the suspension is stiff.
They say it's stiff.
if you get off an adventure bike and get onto this, it's stiff. But if you get off of a beta, say for example, or an enduro bike, a true dirt bike, now this isn't stiff. You know. So
yeah. Well, I tend
nice,
I tend to move mine to the soft side.
Right.
I'm not doing whoops and doubles.
Sure. Yeah.
If I do, I'm not going crazy over them.
Right.
So this is Bruno. Bruno was neglected and abused, I think in Virginia, where he was just left alone outside. Uh-oh.
I'm thinking here.
He hears the puppies.
Yeah, this is me.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on, Bruno. And then he's been uh-oh.
Dave here, he was doing a video on the show
Well, the ending wasn't quite what I expected, but so Bruno was neglected in Virginia and spent some time traveling between foster homes till we picked him up. He's been with us just a couple days and he's getting there. So you'll see more of him at the shop. Also, we got some more York swap meet videos to come up. So stay tuned. Oh, one last thing. There's a High Point trailer, one of the biggest ones they had. See it over there? That's High Point. Same outfit that makes the boots, founded by John Penton. It's kind of a thing to have.